Hello! We are here for episode 3, Oscillators, the literal thing that causes sound to melt your brain. Now, what the hell are oscillators? Oscillators sounds like something from science class or physics class.
I have been falling for 30 minutes.
We won't be covering that deep. Hey, cut that. What are we doing here? No. Yeah. You know what? Get your ass over here. Come get the over here. Well, like, literally, like, you're deep. Okay? Keep your mouse. That's it. You lost your mouse privileges. Now, apart from the misinformation here that was put on the screen, where is the sound? How does this shape come up with this sound? How? As we can see here, which I'm showing right now, oscillators are a part of every single sound synthesizer instrument. Back in time. And seeing what was the technology back then? When was the first synthesizer ever created? Whoa, slow down there. We're not actually going anywhere. You're just watching a video.
Put me off. Come on, coward. No. Come on. You're not an intellectual. You're a fake and a fraud.
I don't know why you got your seatbelt on.
Seatbelts, everyone! Please let this be a normal field trip. With a friend? No way! Oh.
Cruising on down Main Street. You're relaxed and feeling good.
We are going to go over the first ever synthesizer. The first ever synthesizer, guess the number, was it A, 1900s, B, in 2010, or C, 1920? If your answer was 1874, then you got it correct. And if you didn't, I am so ashamed of you. Exit my video right now. Yes, 1874. There was dubstep in 1874. We had this genius of a person. His name is Elisha Gray, and he decided we're gonna take it up a little bit of a notch. He figured out that you can use electric currents through a battery.
His nephew's hand, not him as a child.
Connected it to the bathtub, and then rubbed his hands on the bathtub and created an audible hum. 1874, we rubbed our hands in a bathtub and then we created the first ever synthesizer ever. 1874, around that time, we call this synthesizer, well not we, excuse me, the place where I got the information from.
Nonsense! I have had enough!
Is, you can go and read it yourself, I'll leave a link down below. In terms of that, in 1874, there was these things called telegrams. And telegrams had this
ability
where they would send Morse code, which would, I would say something like, and then you would say something back. And then I would go, what does this have to do with oscillators? Well, oscillators are so important, we need to go back to the first synthesizer and how they work. It allows the sound to move through, which means that the current, the electric current, goes through, resonates a hum, causes it to be the first ever synthesizer to be created. No, the synthesizer was not a bathtub. This is what the synthesizer looked like. Whew. That synthesizer is basically the electro harmonica. There is also a note saying that if Alexander Bell, who created the phones, if he didn't get his patent the minute before Elisha Gray gotten it, he would have created the phone. But
You lose! Good day, sir!
instead, he became the accidental creator of synthesizers. Of the electro harmonica is very simple. It uses a telegraph and uses that base telegraph, uses steel reels, and when you play a note, the steel reels have electromagnetism, which creates audible sound. And not only that discovery, but also the discovery of pitch shifting. Pitch shifting. Pitch shifting was a huge discovery, and he made it to the point where this synthesizer could basically simultaneously change the pitches of how the telegram sounded in order to produce that sound. So far in time to where we're almost here to the present, but not quite. We're gonna go 60, 70 years back. And that was the next innovation of electronic synthesis. Electronic synthesis, which was from Mr. Moog, excuse me, I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's either Mr. Moog, Morg, or Mig. The third one might be wrong. Mr. Moog in 1964 created an absolute abomination.
That is one big pile of shit.
Not really. It's one of the most beautiful things ever created. Mr. Moog created the first ever modular synthesizer. Now, Mr. Moog created this. How? How did he create it? He used these things which were called modules. Modules, which is we call now plugins. These plugins would be in one instrument and they will do one thing. Analog synthesizers had the ability to bring in electricity. How would else the synthesizers work? No power? Say goodbye to your synthesizer. I wonder what was like when they were saying, oh, EMPs! The EMPs! And all the musicians are like, no! That electricity was going through a circuit board. Here's a chart on how that works. The VCO, what it does, it literally has four shapes. Square, sine, triangle, and saw. The electric current goes to the VCO. The VCO then causes it to go to these modules that we see here. Technical depth. Circuit boards translate ones and zeros into sound. And the oscillator, the voltage control oscillator, has us. Without the VCO in an analog synthesizer, you would get really hardly pretty much absolutely nothing.
Damn it, Wade!
VCOs are important, but why do we call oscillators oscillators? Well, because in a virtual instrument, you already have all you need for a synthesizer. It's not really like, you don't really need power with an AC adapter, go, yeah, okay, and then power it on. It's on your computer. It's a program. It's an algorithm, to be honest. The next modules are filters, amplifiers, filter generators, noise generators, and then the most important tool of all time, ADSR! You can make pretty much anything with whatever you want. You can go and record something. You can go and slap it into your laptop, not actually slap it. You don't need to have these big room synthesizers. You don't need a physical hardware synth. You don't need any of that. All you need to know is the concept of how a synthesizer works. The best way to understand it is to just play with it. Play with it. Twist the knobs. Do whatever you want. You will go crazy with it. You will go past those concepts, and you can create something of your own. And now, oscillators are not just force shapes. You can create your own wave shape. You can create your own whatever. There's so many ways on making sounds. Like we went over LFOs, it's the same exact way with oscillators. I hope you learned something. Leave a like, comment, and share. Subscribe as well. Larry is dead. I got a new hostage for you. His name is John.